Bonjour mes amis. Today I have a special treat for the Seiko fanboys with not one, not two, but three discontinued models from the Seiko 5 range. And as you can see, the first one I'm going to show you is this two-tone with champagne dial Datejust homage. Now let's get something out of the way. No need to comment about how much you hate homage watches and copycats. I think these are just a fun nod from a huge brand Seiko to the other huge brand Rolex, and there's no doubt about what it is. You know, it's not a fake, it's not a copy. It's just a fun Seiko 5, which I don't know when they came out, quite a long time ago. And as you can see, this is not mint. This is brand new in the box with a warranty, all the books. And guess what, this is January the 1st 2018, and I got this watch last week. Well, that's not right, not this watch. I got 3 watches last week. So there's this one, the silver one, and the presidential, the gold one, two-tone with the gold dial. All 3 stunning. And to me, the first one that caught my eye in the little shop where I found the watches was the silver one. I see that, my wife calls me back out, and I immediately Google Seiko Datejust and found the reference and how much these go for on eBay. Now, the way I found those watches was quite amazing. I live in Hong Kong, and we had a family day trip on the outskirts of Hong Kong to a small island called Cheung Chau, which is also known as Pirate Island, because a famous pirate used to hide over there. And walking through the village, I see this old mom and pop shop, watch shop. Everything looks like it's been there for 30 years, and they mostly sell small unknown brands, mostly Rolex knockoffs. And I see on a corner a Seiko display, and taking a closer look was a bunch of not very interesting watches. But then I saw this one first, and I knew there was something special, and the price displayed was basically the original retail price of the watch. Quite amazing. Anyway, my wife pulls me out because she hates me buying watches, and but I managed to get back later, and then I realized that they also have these two tones as well, and this one is just the most gorgeous. The dial is I guess it is silver, slightly maybe light champagne, and it really pops. And I think the brand Seiko 5 looks pretty good on it. I think most Seiko 5 owners would prefer if the 5 was not there, but it's okay. And I love the look of the hands and the markers, obviously the bezel. Look how thin and the watch is. It's a great profile, and the polishing is amazing for that price. It has a golden crown, the Jubilee bracelet. There's even, I don't know if you can see on this camera, but details in the Seiko brand here. Actually, it's full of little lines all through the letters. It's really quite special. And one of the great features of this watch is that the alternate language, you see on this one here, the main language, obviously, as usual, is English. But when you always have another language with the 7s26 movement, and usually it's Arabic or Spanish, and here it's Roman numerals, and it's really cool, you know. So today is the 1st of January, and there you go, Monday is indicated by the 1 Roman numeral. Let's pop it on the wrist so you can have a look. And before I put it on the wrist, as you can see, yes, it's a display case back, and quite a nice rotor, slightly skeletonized. And all of these watches have been on display in that shop for years and years. The little Seiko shuffle immediately started the movement, and I've already took a measurement of the accuracy, and it's running out of the box at +3 seconds a day, which is quite amazing after so many years. So yeah, it does attest of the robustness of this movement. So let's put it on the wrist. The two-tone I'm going to put on my wrist is the SNXJ90. The silver one is the 89, and I believe that the gold one, is the 92. I'm not sure if there is a 91. I'm not sure what it would look like. So there you go on the wrist. The diameter is, I see it as 35 millimeter. And lug to lug, you have only 40 millimeter, I believe. So it's a small watch, but it wears great. It has a lot of presence on the wrist. My wrist is 6 3/4 inches, 17 centimeter in circumference. And I don't mind wearing big watches because I'm a 6'3" guy. But I can also wear those smaller watches because I have a fairly thin wrists. And this looks the business. To be honest, I bought these watches just to have a bit of fun and sell them back. And we'll probably sell those two, but I'm really tempted to keep this one. I wanted to have a two-tone and a fluted bezel. See how it wears perfectly. It really wears great. Now let me give you a demonstration of the date change. So for those unaware, between 11 and midnight, the date wheel is going to change. So tonight we'll go to 2, and between midnight and 3, first the day is going to change. First it's going to go to the alternate language. So here it's going to go to a Tuesday, and then it will pop to the Roman numeral 2. Let's do it on the watch over there, because this one is on time, and it will give you a good look at the silver. I really like this silver actually. It's really beautiful. See, it even has the Seiko tag, SNXJ89K, caliber 7/26. Actually, this one still has all the plastics, so I'm going to leave it alone in the box. And let's grab the president. Now, the crown is very small. It's very simple to put out. Here it's at the first position. The second position is not hacking. Second position changes the time, but you technically you cannot hack the watch. But actually, if you turn it the wrong way, it will stop the seconds. I'm not sure if it's very good for the watch. I wouldn't do it too much on these vintage, well, not vintage, but sought after models. But I know it's very safe to do it on the Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch, for example. Anyway, here when you turn down you see how it clicked? When you turn down, go to Thursday, and then the alternative, number 4. Friday, 5, in the Roman numerals. Saturday in blue as well for the numeral. And then Sunday is in red. And the cool thing here, instead of a 7 in Roman numerals, you're going to have a red square. How cool is that? And when you want to change the date, you just, at the same position of the crown, you just go up, turn up, and the date will change. There you go, 25, for example. Push it back in. And yeah, I don't think you have a great power reserve on these watches, and they're meant to be worn every day. Otherwise, you have to give them the Seiko shuffle every day, as much as they go. You see how it goes immediately? I have to say the gold one has a good look too. You know, it pops. You can see that there's a lot of action, sunburst action on the dial as you move, and it's a great execution. I mean, the watch in person is lovely. You see, it's slightly dirty from just being in the window for so long. The other two are much cleaner, so I'm gonna have to clean this watch a little bit, and maybe we just clean itself when I wear it. You know, these watches are just begging to be worn. It's very unusual to find these in a brand new condition with the boxes, and the old lady was very diligent about the way she sold her watches. You know, she made me the card, and I got also some information about the warranty in China. So yeah, what an amazing find, and I think a lot of Seiko fanboys, I'm one of them, would love to find something like this. Let me show you the silver one once again. Look at this, it's just gorgeous, you know. I mean, yeah, you're not gonna believe you have the same as a Rolex with this, but look at the bezel, how it reflects the light. And let's try to catch the dial. I don't know what you call those dials. It's a lot of lines going all around, very thin lines. It's maybe you call that a fluted dial. I don't know. Look at this. And yes, there is loom. There is loom on the hands and on the. I don't know if you can see. You can see a little bit, and a little pip at the end of the applied markers. I have to say the applied markers are really well done. It's very sober. What a nice execution, and you have the mirror inside of the watch. You know, it's incredible execution for such a low price. Even an automatic watch. What a cool little watch. So there you go. I think that wraps it up. You can have one last good look at those three beauties all lined up. I don't think you're gonna see these lined up often on YouTube. So there you go. That's the money shot, I guess. All right, guys. Bye bye.